even ask ko si Ate Pai pupunta ng US. There's always tayong mga tao. If there is one place where we feel always secure, that will be always our home. Katunayan, when we go travel, even though the best hotels we go in, still we feel uncomfortable. But when we are able to go home, it's where we feel the most comfort. Hindi lang yung palambutan ng higaan, yung unan, hindi lang po yun ang usapan eh. Ang usapan, yung lugar kung saan you feel really at home. And as we always say, there is no place like home. And even for those of us who are working the jobs 8 to 5, the most exciting part of the day, yun pong alas 5. Alas 5. Kasi pag alas 5 na, uuwi ka na. And it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Ito po yung kahit naman traffic pa yan, kahit pag-apila ka ng mahaba sa MRT o sa jeep, still, alam mo, uuwi ka na. And when you finally get home, it is where you find rest. Your favorite chair, your favorite food, your favorite people, even your favorite program to watch on TV or Netflix. It's always best done at home, where you feel so secure. You feel you are people who love you. You feel the most you are at rest. Today, as we have this Mass, as we gather, as we remember and we pray for Ate Christy, we are being reminded by the Gospel, si Ate Cristina o si Cristina, siya po ay hindi nawala. Oftentimes, we have the tendency to think the person who died, he or she is no longer with us. He just sort of disappeared. Hindi po. For those of us who believe, we have heard the first reading and the second reading, we are being reminded, a person who passes away is never lost kung hindi umuwi. Si Cristina po, hindi po siya nawala. Siya po ay umuwi. And with this in mind, with this in our heart, we know there's so much joy and excitement. Katunayan po, nalapit sa akin, yung mga magulang po ng mga kapatid, nauna rin po, nauna na. Somehow we know, may nag-aantay, may mag-welcome kay Cristina. As the Lord said, do not let your hearts be troubled. You have faith in God, have faith in me. In my Father's house, there are many dwelling places. I am preparing a home for you. Tayo mga tao, yan po yung magandang assurance po natin as Christ Himself said. Those who trust and those who believe, even if you pass away from this life, you will not disappear, but you are simply going home. And as what we have said,
as was your feeding is now, ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Okay, Jesus, forgive us our sins, save us from the fires of hell, and lead us also to heaven, especially those who are in most need of thy mercy. And let her light shine upon them. Amen.
The second sorrowful mystery is Christ. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Or did not grow up with the best economic situation. So si Tita Christy from the very beginning knew her task and she knew her duty as a daughter and as a sibling. So si Tita Malu would always share her moments with her, and in return, si Tita Christy would bring her food during the times that she was down or that she broke up with her then ex. Sabi nga, pinagalitan, almost napabiro, naku, pag dyan yung last name mo, malulugi ka. Sabi niya gano'n. I also spoke with probably her eldest kababata, si Manang Catherine, Lola Catherine, who actually shared with us how she grew up in Ilocos, Santiago, while my dad was in Solsona. Tita Christy was always at hindi siya konsentidor. She was always on the side of the titas, the manangs. It was always the first to tell them off when they did something wrong. But at the same time, again, there were flashes of kindness. And she would set them aside. Sabi niya, dito tayo, mag-break muna tayo mag-perform. bigyan ko kayo ng candy. And again, that consistency of character is something that we saw with Tita Christy up until her dying day. Up until the time that she left us. What a wonderful gift it was that she was allowed the gift to schedule her goodbyes. Not everyone gets that. No? And the supreme control that she had over her body, as full of its aches and pains back then, she was able to control it. And I hope that we would all be given the same graciousness on our last days. We are able to select the time and place and the manner with which we would leave. No? And now we know, I'd like to share to all of you po, that when she left, she was ready. She was very ready. Sabi niya ng tatay ko, my dad, sabi niya, any parting words that you would say to Tita before you say goodbye to her. Sabi niya, thank you because she's done her duty. She did her job as the eldest, and that's enough. Of course, I would like to mention and acknowledge the presence of the Chen family who was there. I have to acknowledge that the past 20 years or more, lalaki na ni Megan, ni Michael, the Doors, of course, who are probably, I would say, just as or even more bereaved than we are. So Tita Doris, Michael, Megan, viewed her as a partner, as a mother, no less. Michael, who will be given a eulogy later, actually, nakita ko dito is described as son-like. I would contest that again and say na no, let's not term it as son-like. Kasi Michael, you guys are kids, you're children. In a way, kami din. Sige, let me close this kasi emotional tayo. If she had any regrets po, she didn't say them kasi mapagtiis yan, di ba? Kaya-kaya niya yan. Ganyan talaga ang dugong Antonio. But if she had any regrets, she didn't say them, but the closest she came to that point was when she was saying goodbye, she shared sa akin ni Tito Doris that she didn't want to see the kids, she didn't want to see the children, the infants that she left behind. Kasi she shared to Tita Doris that she didn't want, that she was very sad that she would not be able to see them grow up. In the same way that she ministered to us, the next generation. So, in closing, Cristina Antonio, she lived a life of service. It was truly a heartbreaking moment to lose her in such a manner to cancer. So, but much as we mourned over how quickly she was taken from us, asking, siguro may oras pa, sana, kasi bata 68, sana medyo humaba pa, I answer yes. But let me quote something from my favorite author, Neil Gaiman, na in commemoration of a life, it is neither too short nor too long, it's just enough. There was a character there called Death. And in one chapter, she said that, kasi she was anthropomorphic. Sabi niya, is that it? Is that my life? When death was claiming a soul. And that said, she lived what anybody gets, actually. She got a lifetime. No more, no less. She got a lifetime. A lifetime full of duty, now full of death. So, sabi nga ni, again, I keep on bringing this guy. This is not goodbye. So I agree. It is
so hard. How it is about kitchen. We are together more than the lifetime of husband and wife. It is husband and wife. They go out to work, they are not together. And we never leave each other. We work together. So it's 24/7. So 26 years, times 2, that's 54 years. Who have the privilege to be with your loved ones for 50 plus years together. We share a lot of memories. I told the plan of Ate Christine that for the last 6 months of her life, we were able to be together. We talk a lot. We review the past, we talk of the present, and we also plan the future. Because life is not end here, as we will see you later. So we even get to about future. What is the plan of the future? So as the eldest of their 8 siblings, as she's the eldest, she's always thinking of the family, even she's with Chen family. But her heart, her mind's always with the siblings, with all the nephews and nieces. She never forget any one of them. So she always tell me that my moves are all in the US. She doesn't know a house. She says she's been in the US for so many years. I managed to find her own house. You know, and Christy always thinking, you need to have your own house. You need to have food to eat. That's the most important for Manu. Now her is always there. She's we are children. It's very good. She's very happy. No need to worry about me and your. That's nice. Very simple. Only Nico also good to have your own house. But she's thinking of everyone. She's thinking of Anna Marie. The dearest to Auntie Christy. She called. She said, I wait for you. Because she lost her hand. She said, I will wait for you. But she's very grateful for being with you, to take care of you. For Marisa's family, she's very grateful for people that is taking care of Marisa. And also taking care of Mikio. So Mikio, you need to be strong. You know what I mean? Finish your study. So, for Cory, she really loves you very much, including Brian and David. She's also happy that you have your own house. So, no matter what happens, you need to keep your house. That's why she really think of everyone. She doesn't think of herself. She doesn't think of what she likes, what she wants. She thinks of her family. For Jezreel, she's very happy with Jezreel and Ivy. So that's in the last few months, we've been talking and talking. That is what her heart is. In our side, she's just thinking of Mia and Debbie. But really, she's a mother of everyone, even the eldest. In the clinic, the same. Even she's happy. She's never put a person to the situation, to the event, and after no more. She will be easy. During the past 2 months, she has been making noise verbally in the room. I always ask her, Christina, are you in pain? She said, no, I'm not in pain, just discomfort. Why you keep on her knee? She keep on her knees. Why you keep on her knee? You're not in pain. She said, so you know I'm still alive. So how sad. For the past days, she also make sure she's around me because she's making noise in the room. The floor is, someone is walking on the floor. Even last night, she's been walking on the floor. So she just makes sure that she's still around. We are not lonely. The baby is a hard I cannot organize my thoughts. My mind is is empty. But here I also want to thank Antonio family to allow your elders to be with us. Our relationship as Antonio family is not in my articles demanding us. That's temporary. We will see her again in the future. Our relationship continue. And as a Chinese tradition, I let Auntie Christie, I prepare this with Auntie Christie for the last 2 days. It's our Chinese tradition that she's handing down the blessings to the siblings. So it's what everybody prosperous. So this is for Anna, for Nancy, Kuya Jojo, where's Mimi? She texts Mimi to take care of Marisa. That's what she said. It's one for this real. No, not for you for this real. For Malu. Is Malu there? Malu, I pray to you next June. This is for you from Auntie Christie. Who else I cannot call yet?
The car.
Yeah, Cory, yes. They were just in front of me. Every time Auntie Christie went to Taiwan, always make sure find something for you. So you are really the dearest to Auntie Christie also. So what is for me? What is for Mike? What is for Megan? How do you keep this one? You may keep in your cabinet for a few days, and after that, you can deposit to your major bank account. You bring you good luck. Your family, the friendship is us. I also thank everyone from myself and thank our friends here and Christy. Here we meet again.
So Ate Christy always says that I'm her one and only son. So I think there is no contest here that I am the best son she has. Since I'm the only one. She has taught me a lot. She's taught me to solve problems on my own and not rely on others as she is. That's what I learned from her. She would always do everything, and as she knows everything. And she would always tell Debbie whenever we have arguments, yan si Mike, alam niya lahat, ganyan. Siya na magaling. Kasi sometimes, we have arguments. And that's true. You guys always say na walang makapag-contest kay Ate Christy. But there's always exception to the rule. Ako yun. Like kami nagtatalo. Especially when I just graduated from med school. And as the exception to the rule, I would win sometimes. So, on her final days, she told my mother, if there's a reincarnation, she would come back as my children. So pag matikasulan ng anak ko, alam niya na si Ate Christy yun. But she promised she will keep her temper and only bring all the good traits with her. So Ate Christy, I welcome you back as my children if there really is reincarnation. And this time, I will be the one to take care of you as you have taken care of me and Megan and our family. I may not have come out from your womb, but you are really like a mother to me. So, si Ate Christy, she's the most stubborn person I have ever met. Pag may naset siya sa mind niya, hindi yan titigil hanggang magawa niya. She will make sure whatever she does, hanggang sa magawa niya, even on her final moments. Her body's giving up. Pag gusto niya tumayo, tatayo yan. Pipilitin niya. Kahit anong gawin niya, pipilitin niya. But I have come to realize that her stubbornness is not a flaw, but a sign of great determination and sense of responsibility. She's so dependable. Pag may sinabi siyang gagawin niya para sa'yo, she will make sure it happens. So pag bata ako, pag may mga project ako sa school, papatulong ako kay Cristina. Hindi ako nag-worry na, ay baka hindi magawa. Kasi for sure, pag sinabihan mo sa Ate Christy, mangyayari yun. Basta umuha siya, mangyayari yun. Ganun siyang tao. She would always strive for perfection in all things and leave no room for mistake. And that's why people often mistaken her as being strict and intimidating. But for those who really knows her, would know, siya yung pinakamabait na tao sa mundo na to. And she will make sure that everyone is taken care of. Kahit akala mo hindi ka napapansin ka niyan. Yung akala mo hindi naman kayo close, pero pag may kailangan ka, nandyan yan para sa'yo. Alam na siguro lahat yan. She would think of you when you least expect it. Magugulat ka na lang, nandyan yan. Ay, tutulungan kita, ganyan. Ito gawin mo, ito gawin mo. I think her best trait is her selfless love for everyone. And she would not expect anything in return. So pag tumulong yan sa'yo, never yan mag-expect that in return. Uy, binigyan kita pera, bayaran mo ako. Tinulungan kita, tulungan mo din ako. No, hindi siya ganyan. But she helps it from her heart. And talagang pusang loob niya yun. I will always remember every time I come home from Cavite, kasi doon ako nag-med school, she would always make sure that there's a good meal for me. She would cook. It's always on a Friday night. So it's either Friday night or Saturday. Pag uwi ko talagang may handa yan sa akin, masarap na pagkain. And even on her last final days, she was even still telling Tita Ana na magluluto daw sila para sa akin kasi favorite ko ang biryani. So, I will never forget that. Ate Christy, thank you for staying with our family. Thank you for your selfless love. Thank you for taking care of us. And thank you for everything. We will not be who we are now without you. I know you will always watch us over from above. Go on to heaven now and don't worry about us. We will learn to be as strong as you are. And there are no goodbyes for eternal families. Only see you later. I'm sure we will meet each other again. Thank you.
Because of the way she talks. I've always thought that she's a strong woman with a firm voice. I used to act so stiff and robotic around her, often scared to say too much or too little. An unnatural smile would also be plastered on my face because she would always comment about how my resting face looked too gloomy. As a kid, these things made me think that I would never get close with my Tita Christine. I was wrong though. The year was 2016, and this was the time I got introduced to theater. As much as I enjoyed performing on stage, I enjoyed watching productions too. Late into the year, there was an announcement that the Broadway musical Wicked would be touring in the Philippines in early 2017. I asked my mom if I could watch, but money was tight at that time. She urged me to talk to Tita Christine to ask if she wanted to watch with me since my tita also enjoys theater. I remember being too scared to even say hi to her on Facebook. I sat there writing a single message over and over again, afraid of sounding bad. I'm glad I got the courage to talk to her about it though because it led to several theater dates, but I will forever hold dear in my heart. On the day we watched Wicked, I got dropped off at her house and immediately, as if by instinct, I started acting stiff and robotic again. In her car, I remember sitting as if I was not allowed to move. I remember how uncomfortable the ride was for me. I felt my skin sticking to the leather seat of her Avanza, and most of the time I was just quiet, only responding to the questions she asked me. Since I was so stiff, I just had to move my body ever so slightly, and I had this itch to crack my knuckles. Yet I did, and she immediately told me that it was a bad habit and it would ruin the alignment of my bones. I remained still as a statue after that. The show was amazing to say the least. With the lights off in the theater, I was able to shrug off the stiffness that I'd always had. And I'm glad I did. We left the theater with all smiles and we just talked about it on the ride home. I remember saying something about Glenda's character and Tita joked and corrected me saying, "It's Galinda, not Glinda." And I never expected her to be the type to joke around. Like I've mentioned, this was only the first of many theater dates we've had. Each time we went out, I learned more about her and I stopped acting so stiff around her. I found myself enjoying her company. With me losing the stiffness, I felt her love and care towards me. And our chikahads even extended outside theater as we would also talk about all sorts of things online. Another thing that caught me off guard was when she told me that she loves me. I forgot exactly when she said it, but I remember not knowing what to say because I'm not that expressive. But I still told her that I loved her too, and how much I appreciated her. The last musical that we watched together was Lea Salonga starred in it, and the both of us were really excited to see her perform live. We also got really excited when we found out that we were seated in the same row, just a seat away from Ryan Kayapyang. And if Tita Christy was still here, she'd sing to me the lines from the musical, "Nothing's gonna harm you, not when I'm around." And she held on to it for as long as she lived. Not once did she ever forget about me. She'd always remember me in the smallest of things. She'd always send fruits over to our house whenever it's harvest season. She'd remember to bring me pasalubong whenever she would travel. And she'd always remember to greet me on my birthdays. She supported me in many different ways, be it in my academics or in my personal life. I remember when I graduated from senior high school, she gave me the ring Mommy and Daddy gave her when she graduated from high school in 1971. And even while she was already sick, she still remembered to console and support me when I had my heart surgery. I remember her telling me not to be scared because the surgery will make me stronger, and she confided in me how scared she was. And now I realize that my Tita Christy is similar to that character. She gave so much in this life, but not once did she ever give up. In her fight against cancer, I'd often hear her say, "Malakas na ako, magaling na ako." Not once did her strength waver during those times. My Tita Christy will forever live in me. Being with her felt like home, an extension of my home. I will never forget the times we laughed and cried, and I'm so grateful for that. She always mentioned how much she wanted to watch The Sound of Music live, but we never got the chance to watch it together, and I always planned for us to watch it. So now that we can, allow me to dedicate this song from the musical for her.
Una kong na-encounter si ate sa kanyang picture. One time, si Jezreel, he brought me sa bahay nila. He brought me to their house. Um, um, and then, yung mga kapatid niya doon, they pointed to me yung picture niya na nandun sa tuktok ng poste, I think poste ata, yung bahay. Basta somewhere up there. Sabi sa akin, yan yung panganay namin, si German. Pag tumapat ka sa picture niya, dapat magbigay-pugay ka ha. You should. I didn't understand, but kasi ganito lang yan. Tapos tumapat yung isang kapatid, sabi niya, Hail Hitler! When I finally met her, ate, knowing that I came from a Catholic school, nirevalidan niya ako. Along with the parang kagaya, basta binigyan niya ako ng biblical scenario. Sabi niya, it's about the 7 brothers at saka yung isang babae. So may 7 magkakapatid, yung isa doon married the woman, and then that guy died. And so the next brother married that woman until everyone died marrying that woman. Tapos sabi niya, so, pagka napunta sa langit, sino to yung asawa niya? Di ba parang I find her very challenging. Ganun yung dating niya sa akin. But, later on, I realized na she just wants to make sure kapag alam mo kung ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo, naiintindihan mo. I did actually her brother. So, may kodigo ako. Ayan. So, gaya ni Ate Christy, panganay din ako sa aming magkakapatid. When I got married to her brother, natuwa ako kasi this time, meron akong ating matatawag, someone who will look after me kasi kapag panganay ka, ikaw ang responsible sa lahat. Initially, hindi kami nag-click ni Ate Christy. We did not immediately hit it off, kumbaga. Meron siyang plan, meron siyang career path for me, na I realized later on, I was not cut out for it. So when I took a different path, medyo feeling ko, ex na ako sa kanya. Ex, ganyan. But Mana Christy, I soon experienced, didn't remain old. I realized again na pag nakita niya that you were doing good in your decision, you'll not only get her respect, you'll also gain her favor, intimacy, and generosity. I understood, ayaw lang ni Ate Christy ng NFA, non-performing asset. Alam niya yung potential ng bawat isa. Kilala niya tayo. And she just wanted us to be the best version of ourselves. Maybe, kung nakita niya magaling din ako magluto nun, baka pinili din ako ng kaldero, mga kitchen foods, and start my own catering business. As my ate, she has been very generous to me. Okay, sige. nalalambing ko siya. Several times, she sent me taho. Yung bean curd, ganyan. So, yes, yung from the taho shop in Banawe, malinis yun. We know favorite niya, alam niya, favorite ko din yung lansones. So, during harvest time, kagaya ng iba sa atin, no, palagi din nagpapadala yan. Mangga, at avocados, antol, basta meron dun sa produce ng kanilang Banawe, Bulacan farm. And very remarkable, memorable yung gathering natin sa Bulacan farm last Christmas. I then realized last Christmas na pala natin yun sa kanya. Again, kasi alam niya favorite ko yung crab. Dami kong favorite ko. Hinayin yung crab. Tinawag niya ako secretly. Pinakuha niya ako. She let me choose first. Tapos and then she realized na, sabi ko kasi, ate, makikita nila. So, wala na siyang nagawa kundi ihayin na rin yung crab na yun na dapat for later meal pa. Pero ganun siya, no? Sorry. Yes, no, she can play favorite. And as some of you have experienced, and I am sure each one of us felt being her favorite one time or another. When they were very little, pa, mga bata pa daw sila magkakapatid, I know of a story of how Ate Christy, being the eldest, would gather all her siblings together and she'll divide and apportion to each one of them yung kung ano mang pagkain meron, making sure everyone gets to share. Parang itutupok-tupok niya kung lansones siya, kung ano man yan. So when Manong Jojo brought lansones a few days ago, sorry, I have to bring that up, during the padasal, everyone must have been very, excited and must have been carried away by that excitement. So, kanya-kanya talaga nakuha, ako babagal-bagal, naubusan. So, nalungkot ako, no, hindi dahil sa lansones. Nalungkot ako kasi naramdaman ko, wala na nga si ate. Wala na nga siya kasi wala na nga tumpok-tumpok sa ng lansones para everyone will have a share. But it doesn't have to be so. Diba? Kasi her memory will always be in our hearts as we continue to do the good that she has done.
Wala akong masabi kundi huwag kami alalan. Marami pa tayong tutupukin. Ang season ngayon ng lansones sa rambutan. Lalagyan pa natin ng durian at marang. Okay. Ako siguro kami, Ate Cora, kami ang magkakasama sa Ilocos. Kaming tatlo na lumaki, inilayo sa mga pamilya talaga na kami ay tumayo. Hindi naman tumayo sa sarili dahil at 4 years old, sila ay mga high school na, ay nakahiwalay talaga kami. At ako yung talagang nakahiwalay dahil nilagay ako sa isang lugar na kumbaga sa kasama ko yung puro mga tito at tita noong pangalawang asawa ng lola ko. Okay. So you could imagine yung agony na ito yung heredero to, kakatusan ko ito, ganun. Sila naman, nakalagay sila sa city, which is Sorsona. Medyo nakaseparate yung dalawang dalaga at ako yung dito. Pero Ate Christy, natatandaan ko, she should see to it na parati niya ako dinadalaw. Kasi malayo siya. Pupuntahan niya ako, kumain ka na ba? Sabi ko, Ilocano, uuwin man lang. Pero actually, ang pagkain namin doon, sa kahirapan, yung nilalagay lang yung asin at kanin. Dahil nga ako'y mali, kung ano lang yung pagkain na kinakain ko. Kasi wala akong chinelas, wala akong short. Umupo na siya para laban. Alam ni Ate Cora, nagagalit siya dahil sa pagkakamali ko, ikinatali ako sa langgam. Yung pagkakatid yung 4 taon, nahirapan. Kasi sabi nga ni Lord na, Mami, bakit nilagay mo si Jojo sa lugar na napakahirap? Pamilya ng mga pangalawang asawa, talaga namang napagalitan pa ako, nasampal ako dahil sa kantin, imagine 4 years old, nag-grade 1 ka na, kumuha ko ng pagkain na hindi, sinabi ko kay Ate Cristina na kinain ko yun, nasampal ako. Natatanda ko yun, paano mo natatanda, sabi ko kay Lord na, after ng ilang taon, umuwi kami, sabi ko, Mama, yung 4 years old pala, matandaan na. Sabi ko yung mga lugar, dito ka ako yung langka, dito yung mga tanim na-amaze siya. Sabi ko, yung lahat ng nangyayari sa akin, ay alam ko na. At tinikwento ko kay Ate Cristina, dahil sa kanya ako nagsusundo. Siguro nandun din naka-implant sa kanya na sabi niya, alam mo, magsisikap tayo. Yun ang parating niya sinasabi, sisikap tayo. We will never pass this way again. Hindi na natin dadaanin ang hirap na ito. Na nakahiwalay tayo sa ilang mga kapatid natin. Kaya every time natatanda ko sa Ate Christine, maski ganun na nangyari, sisituit na utusan niya ako, umuwi ka sa Ilocos, namatay si ganito, magbigay ka ng arms, magbigay ka ng tulong, dalhan mo sila ng pera, dalhan mo sila ng ano. Ganun pa rin siya, totoo yung Mike, iniisip niya hindi para sa kanya. Hindi para sa kanya sarili, hindi naman, wala naman siyang hihingi dahil dalaga rin, dalaga. Basta parati niyang pinipilit na gawin ang isang bagay na maski i-dedicate niya yung trabaho yun. Si Ian, sunduin mo, may nangyari. Si JP, ikaw na ang bahala na ipakikrimate ka na, ikaw na magpakrimate. Parati siyang gano'n. Si Cora, halos yung problema ni Ate Cora, bago pa malaman ng mga ibang kapatid, parati na niya sinasabi sa akin, hindi nakakatulog yung kapatid natin. Malaking problema niya. Ano yung problema niya? Kaya sabi ko, talagang, andun yung pagmamahal parati ng Ate Cristina. Kaya nga, doon yung sasabi niya, yun, tandaan mo ha, yung perlas, parati niya kinikwenta eh. Paano nabubuo yung perlas? Kundi yung sa wave na sumasalpok dyan, yung struggle, yung problema. At yung struggle na yun, doon nabubuo yung pearl. Yung wave na bumububog doon. Ibig sabihin, tayo lahat ay may problema. Pero kagaya na sinasabi ni Mami, pag umaangat ka na, sasabihin niya, tulungan mo ito, tulungan mo yan. Si Mana Christine gano'n din, tulungan mo sila, tulungan mo ganyan. Andun parati yung mindset niya na ang dugo is dugo, tulungan at tulungan, walang iwanan. Kaya believe ako kay Ate Christine dahil una-una, pinalaki niya kami lahat na tama yung sabi mo, I mean, lahat kami may allowance. Nung siya'y nakatapos, lahat kami, kinukuha namin yung kabahagi namin. Ibigyan niya, 20 pesos, 20 pesos, 20 pesos. Isip to it na gagamitin naman namin yun ng tama at pipilitin namin makatapos. Kung hindi dahil sa kanya, siya lang ang umalalay talaga kay Daddy at Mami. Wala nang iba. Siya lang ang talagang tumulong at nagmalasakit hanggang sa pinakabulso. Gawin niya kami, tayo kami, kamahal, kami lalong-lalo na. Makakalimutan sa kanya yung madalas niya sabihin, kaya mo yan. Parati siya nagbibigay ng palakas sa loob. Kaya mo yan, tuloy mo yan, maganda yan. Yun ako yung encouragement na sinasabi na magsisimula ka pa lang sa business eh. Kaya mo yun, maski palpak niya, kaya. Hindi, tuloy mo, maganda yan. Isa siya sa nagpapalakas ng loob sa amin. Ano po yung masasabi ko? Sabi niya sa akin, tuwing dadalawin ko siya, gusto ko yung ipagdasal mo ko. Kaya sabi ko, Manang, ito rin yung sabi ni Mami, kabisaduhin ko yung Psalm 23, dahil lahat daw na mapupunta ko, patay ko, nagiging or ano man ay pagiging mo sa kanya, sa lahat. Sabi ko, sige mami, kasi si mami napakagaling magsalita ng words of God. Kaya sabi ko, nung nasa hospital, di ba, tatanda ko my friend, gusto niya, ipagdasal mo ko. Junior, pagdasal mo ko. Nung nasa bahay, pagdasal mo ko. I'm not a powerful, prayerful na tao, pero yung word na sinasabi niya, ipagdasal mo ko, she's asking for something. Kaya sabi ko, anak, ito lang dito sa iyo, tandaan mo. Kasi yung isang word na sinabi niya sa akin, ikaw na ang bahala. Yung niyayakap ko siya ganyan. Junior, kung junior ikaw na ang bahala. Sabi ko nga na, Cristina, ano ikaw bahala? Hindi ako bahala. Ako, naninervous ako sa sinasabi mo. Ano ba yung sinasabi mo, ikaw bahala? Si Lord ang bahala sa atin, sa amin, lalo na. Sabi ko sabi ko doon sa isang reading na sinabi ko sa kanya, come to me who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Sabi ko sa kanya, yung burden mo, taas na natin sa Panginoon. Hindi natin kayang gabiin yan, hindi natin kayang labanan yan. Kundi ang Panginoon na may kagustuhan kung ano man may purpose siya. Saka importante matanggap natin yung Panginoon bilang Panginoon natin na nagpagligtas. May Creator tayo. Kaya ito yung reading naman na sinasabi ni Daddy at ni Mami na bakit ito sa kanya. At ito yung dinabanggit lang sa mga ganitong way. Okay, manakis din, the Lord is my shepherd.
I shall not. He makes me lie down in green pasture. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me to the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Although I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff comfort me. You spread a table before me in the presence of my foe. Goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life. The cup is overflowing out of the spirits of pagpapalala. Hindi ko binanggit yung pag-over ko dahil alam ko yung pagpapalala. Labis-labis para sa amin lahat. Thank you. Thank you man lang. Job well done. Yun ang parang ko inayan sa kanya. Job well done. Bilang palagi ko kapatid. Job well done man.
I'm the youngest of the 8. So I'm going to, Manang, I really hope that I can pay good tribute to you by using acronyms. So I'm going to use her name as an acronym and paying tribute to her, okay? It starts, her name is Cristina, so let's start with letter C. Manang, we call her Manang in Ilocano because she's our oldest as ate. She is ceaseless, enduring, endless, constant, and untiring in helping out people. She has the big heart, a generous heart, to always help, to always think of other people. When she travels, like Manopoli or Nicole, they're always thinking of, her siblings or mga nephews and nieces. And other people. And when I come home during vacation, she makes sure that she always cook my favorite food. She's always thinking, and during it pains me a little bit, but I'm very happy that when she knew that I was coming home for sure now, that she was worried who's going to cook my food. She was telling Doris who's gonna cook, and I said, Manang, don't worry, because if you're not eating, then I am going to fast with you also. But she's always there, thinking of other people. Letter R, reliable and resolute. So she's so reliable, as what Mike was saying, dependable. If she thinks of something and it's gonna solve the solution, she is going to be relentless in finding a solution, not for her, but for other people in businesses and in helping out other people. So when she tells you she's going to do it, rest assured she's going to do it. It's a privilege to actually be here during the funeral wake, because I actually saw different people. They came and go, and I would ask them how were they related to Manang, and they would tell me there was this guy who was crying, who was crying so much, and they asked him how come you were crying so much, And he said, because your sister helped me a lot. I was able to build my own home because your sister helped me. You know, those small things, I never realized that my sister was a silent worker. She would, without you asking, she's just there, really, really willing to help out. And she doesn't make any fanfare, and she did not announce to everyone, like, I'm doing this, helping other people. You just would hear people saying that, this is how your sister helped me. And there is this husband of Attorney Nina who was talking that, even he said that if he would be given a chance to just choose who would be his friend, and he said he's already satisfied even if his only friend would be Mother Christine, because your sister, he was telling me, your sister, your mother, was so a very genuine and sincere person, and I would be very happy just to be her friend. Letter I, now bingo. Cristina, ingenious. My sister is very resourceful. I think we probably got this one from Daddy, because we grew up poor, so we have to be very resourceful. So one time, Doris mentioned to me how ingenious Manang was. Michael, a typical kid, when he was growing up, he would just play computer the whole day. And during the night, he would say, "Oh, I have an assignment." Typical. And one time he needed a balloon. He was supposed to bring a balloon the following day. Mike's mom, Dory said, where can we get the balloon? It's already, all the stores are already closed. And then Mana Christine said, "No worries, I have a solution." So what she did was she took like the ice candy wrapper, the plastic ice candy, she blew air in it, and then put the stick there, now you have a balloon. And so the following day, it's just amazing also the trust of Mike, because without any hesitancy and but with full of confidence, he brought this balloon, the plastic wrapper balloon thing in school. And then came home, he said, "Oh, what happened? What happened?" He reported that, "Oh, everyone was saying, you have a unique balloon." That's how ingenious my sister was. So, and during her last few weeks, the pigtail, she had this drain, and it would clog from time to time. She still had this very sharp mind and thought of using the paper clip to declog it by putting like a hook at the very end. So that's how ingenious Mana was. Letter S for savory. Manang was a very good cook, and I'm sure no one can contest that one. And she would cook, by tasting it and by experimenting on, the food. And Mike already mentioned it, but one day before she passed away, she was waiting for me, to come home from church. And said, "Ang tagal naman, ang tagal." And I said, "What happened, Mana? What's your billion?" And she was insisting that we were going to cook. And I said, like, "Wow, what?" I never would cook, but she was really wanting me to learn how to cook. And she said, "Let's go to the kitchen." I said, "Mana, I don't think you're gonna want to go to the kitchen." I said, "No, I'm going to teach you how to cook the biryana rice, because that's Mike's favorite." And I said, like, "Oh, okay." But anyway, Mana is always was always very ready to cook and entertain other people. And no matter how, she has to feed the entire barangay, she would cook. And that's how with the two reunions, back-to-back reunions with the Antonios and the high school reunion from Araneta. Okay, and then let me also add sincere for the S. If you win her heart, you will forever be her friend, and she is going to make sure that that you are her friend, and she would really take care of you no matter what happened. And so that's how sincere and genuine this friendship is, and her love. She has this friend, the Chapons. the Chapons, the father, that became comatose for many, many years. But without fail, she would visit, she would bring them food, she would check on the father and also the children. So that's how loyal she is as a friend. T for talent, talented. Mana, just in case you don't know, she sings well. She played the guitar. She also would play like, these at times weird instruments. She played the ukulele and this like plastic clarinet kinda. And she would like, tinker with all these instruments. And so if you're out of tune, she's gonna tell you, you're out of tune, don't sing anymore. So, the Antonio family, basically, we are music lovers. But, for some reason, it's only mommy who could dance well. But during the past, the past few days, when she was really very weak, and I had to literally carry her, and she was so fragile, and she would ask to be repositioned, standing up, lying down, sitting, it's okay. But then one time I said, Mana, she wanted to go to the CR and said, okay, Mana, I would literally embrace her. And just to like lighten things up, I said, Mana, thank you for this opportunity because I had the chance to this time embrace you very tight because the Antonios, we are not really expressive. We don't, really say, I love you. We just show it in actions. But then, I've mentioned it also earlier on that one of the things I learned in the US is to learn how to say I love you, to really show, because life is short and it's fragile. And so every time I have a chance to say I love you, I would tell I love you to Manang. And then, she started learning how to say it back. So anyway, when I was carrying her literally, standing up, I actually, while embracing, I said, Manang, let's dance. And I was so happy because she took a few steps and danced with me, very sweet. Manang, when we see each other again, we're gonna have our dance again, a very, very sweet dance. And this time, make it longer, Manang, okay? Sorry. Okay. What letter am I on? Letter T, tough and strong.
Recording in progress.
It was in 1995 when I left for the USA. When I left for the USA, there was a huge blizzard, very strong blizzard in Chicago. And I was so depressed. The first thing I did was call my family. And I said, Dad, I want to come home. I don't want to stay here in the US anymore. It's so depressing. And so I said, please let me come home. Even if we spend a lot of money for me to come to the US. And Mana Christine said, you are not coming home. You're going to stay there and make sure you're going to try and see what the future would be for you. I was devastated, of course, and really depressed because she wouldn't let me come home. But then I listened to her tough decision, tough love, and she's one of the reasons now why I still thrive in the USA because I listened to her tough advice. Letter T for teachers. Manang was my first teacher. She told me that I already started reading well even before 3 years old. And I really want to make sure, Manang, that as like teacher, like student, that I have your brains, Manang. And I just want to thank you for really finding the time to teach me. And, even if you were so strict, I really appreciate all the things that you've taught me. Letter I for independent. Manang left home, to live with Ate Vina, her college best friend. and they lived in, at first in Malabon, and then they worked together and also went to Bataan and worked there in the paper mills as chemical engineers for like, I think 24 years or something like that. And then also, she was also very independent and also lived with Doris, and they established the business and also traveled a lot. You know, with Doris, they did it. Thank you so much, Doris. I cannot thank you enough. I've seen with my own eyes how you took care of my sister. And you took care of her, not even like more than a sister. Words are beyond what I can, how can I can thank you and the Chen family and Michael and Megan. Letter N, never failing. She never failed to act as our ate, as manang, always thinking of us, coming to, you heard other people say, my siblings, that, coming from a poor family, she had the obligation of always portioning our food, always portioning everything to make sure that all of us, 8 children, would be eating. And the thing about it is, though, I have to tell you a secret, because since I'm the youngest, I was her favorite. And so I get the lion's share of the food, secretly or obviously, because she would tell me, kawawa daw ako. Because that's actually the reason why with the Antonio family, we ended up eating fast. Because if you're not eating fast, your food will be eaten by someone. Like with Manong Jojo, don't sit beside him. Because when I was a kid, even if I got the lion's share, my Kuya Jojo would always get some of my food. And he would make sure that I would not eat them, because what he would do, he would grab the food, and we would grab the food and say, and so now I decided I'm not eating the food anymore. I said, okay, it's yours. So Mana would see that. I said like, no. Anyway, don't sit beside him. And then also, of course, she was so generous, never failing in giving us financial support. Would give us the allowances, her first allowance, our first salary, even up to like, for many, many years, really supported us, her siblings. Adventurous. Manang visited 23 countries with Doris. So that's how adventurous. She traveled well, and she said she really had no regrets in her life. She was happy. Agile, also, for A, because Manang, she's always on the go. It's amazing, like she wouldn't even know that she's like 68 years old, because she's always thinking on something and busy. I love you more than you'll ever know. And I said, Manang, you will only know how much I love you when you reach heaven. Manang, you know how much I stormed heaven to pray for you, Manang. And I know now that you're in heaven, you know how much we love you with our prayers. I cannot thank you enough also, Manang, for all the things that you've done for us, especially for me. For being there always. Thank you for giving me the precious 10 days to take care of you. I actually dreaded coming home because I knew she was waiting for me. She told me, okay, I'll wait for you. I just wanted you to come home and see me. So, but Manang, thank you for the past 10 days that I had a chance to also take care of you and be with you. This is not the last time, Manang, that you will hear that I tell you I love you so much. Rest assured of my prayers for you, Mama. I will be praying for you every day. Please pray for us. Until we meet again, Mama. I love you.
Again, thank you very much po sa mga nag-eulogy kay Doris, Michael, Nicole, Amy, Pat, Ana. We will take this opportunity po if there are still other people who would like to pay tribute. This is your opportunity. Tayo na lang po kayo, and if you want to share something, please go ahead and do so. Yes, Mama. Tapora din po.
I'm sorry, but I have to take this chance to really thank our Christy. The first time na nakita ko siya was with mag-boyfriend pa kami ni Jojo when we get their allowance, monthly allowance. And very, very rare kami nagsasama ni Ate Christy, but that rarity, even the words that she was speaking, was sometimes sarcastic, but if you will learn to know her, you will know that there are messages being brought, conveyed. And we are so thankful na I've learned of some virtues that she has as a person, especially when she said that about money, and I realized that she what do you call that? She the money. And I would like to thank Ate Christy and of course Doris. When we talk about Ate Christy, we also talk about Doris. And when we talk about Doris, we also talk about Ate Christy. Because of your support to us, you're so generous. Even in our business, whenever we lack funds, we go to Ate Christy. Ate Christy can receive, and then Doris will really give outright the amount that we need, and then we pay it immediately once we have our correction. Well, at Christy, we have achieved your goal, but it's sad to note na you have been the sacrificial. When we had our reunion last Christmas, I guess your Doris and at Christy's purpose or goal was to reunite the family so that the kids and the nieces and his cousins will love each other, will bond together. I guess we also planned that, Anna. And we are thankful to you, Ate Christy. Now, for the past few days that we are together, I felt the love of the within Antonio and the Chen family. We are thankful for that, Ate Christy. You have achieved your goal. You have done well. And we are so thankful. Thank you.
Tapora.
Okay. Kapatid, ako yung pinaka-malina. Kaya si Manang Christine, parating na niya sa akin. Parati niya ako sinasabi na ang tigas kasi ng ulo mo. Sabi sa akin parati yun. Yun siguro musical word ka lang yun sa tenga ko. Sabi ko, Manang, meron kang ulong malampo. Kasi kapag kausap ko siya, hindi ako kaano nagsiserious. Pero deep inside, nasasaktan din ako sa mga salita niya. Kasi si Manang Christine, lahat siguro kayo naka-experience kung gaano siya magsalita, siya kaano. Pero si Manang, since ako nagbuntis, siya yung tao na nagbigay sa akin ng fighting spirit ba? Be at yourself. Hindi ko makakalimutan parating salitang yun. I-claim mo yan. Kasi ako yung parating habitual abortion. Hindi ako tuloy mag-practice ako. Nakukunan ako. Nung binubuntis ko si Brian, sabi niya sa akin, nag-bleeding ako, 2 months, bleeding na ako. Sabi niya, i-claim mo, anak mo yan, magiging sa iyo yan. Kasi pag hindi mo i-claim, mawawala ka rin yan. So, inisip ko yun. Nagre-relievo ang mga kapatid ko. Thank you sa inyo lahat. Sila yung bigay ng support sa akin. Hindi ko yung makakalimutan. Pangalawa, hindi ko makalimutan, in-interview ako. Bumagsak ako sa interview sa US sa embassy. Kasi gusto ni Ana, makarating na lang ako doon, may experience ko ganito. So yung second time, sabi ni Manang sa akin, magpakatotoo ka lang, kaya mo yan, gano'n. Kasi si Manang, very supportive siya, yung confident mo na ibibigay niya sa'yo, hindi na niya niiiwanan, masuwit man niya, talaga ang tawag niya, Hitler. Oo, Hitler siya, yung German. Huwag niya na naman si German ng mga salita niya, yanda na lagi sa hindi natin ba. Pero sila, si Dory, si Manang, si Ana, lahat sila, Jojo, thank you very much sa inyo lahat. Hindi nila ako iniiwan. Kasi nga sabi sa inyo, Pero kayo, kuya. Sabi ng mga anak ko, hindi mama, kalimutan mo. Okay, kalimutan mo. Walang problema doon. Doris and Manang, nandun sila. The family object, thank you. Saludo po ako. Talaga. Lord na enjoy ko. Tuwing may problema ako sa mga anak ko, emergency o ano man Doris, nandoon po sila, Dr. Ivy. Hindi nila ako pinapabayaan. So, in short, hanggang ngayon, promise, hindi ko tinitingnan si Mana kasi gusto ko siya ma-remind sa utak ko kung ano siya, kung ano yun. Nandito sa kabaon eh. Nung may sakit siya, sabi niya sa akin, nag-text siya sa akin, dalawin mo naman ako. Sabi niya, o Mana, kinabahan ako dun sa salita niya yun eh. Sabi ko, bakit kaya? Pero nag-I love you siya. Sabi ko, bakit ko nag-I love you to sa akin ngayon? Ilangat kaya ka ako ito? Ano kaya nangyari? Tapos, kinala ko, alam mo ang muna niya ginawa. Akapin mo naman ako. Na, siya. Sabi niya sa akin, so, tunay sabi niya, so, sabi ko, bakit na? Bakit naman nagawa? Alam mo lahat naman ako yung mga salita. Lesson learned kasi, tama ka kasi. Admit yun, tama. Okay lang yun eh. Pero yung pagkatanga na yun, marami kong natutunan para sa kanya. Naging matigas ako. Marunong ako tumayo sa sarili ko. Kasi single mom ako. Pero nandiyan ang mga kapatid ko. Hindi nila ako dito. Sana nakikot ko. Thank you. Sabi ko nga sa inyo lahat, ako yung pinakamahina. Pero sa kanila ako, mahawa ko. Jennifer, thank you. Never ako nasiro kay Mara. Lahat ng paano niya. Pag nagkikita kami, nagpapaligyan akong pera. Ito yun. Kasi alam mo naman, si government ito, ibalit lang sila. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, eto na lang pala yun. Mga salita ni Manang, kahit nagagalit siya, pero yung galit niyang yun, pagmamahal, para matuto ka. Kasi bilang isang ina, siya yung pinaka-mother namin siya eh. Hindi niya kami iniwan. Pag may problema talaga, nandyan siya sa amin. Pagkain, any gift, anything, from Doris, from Ana Christine, from Ana Marie, everything sa kanila. Noong nagka-problema ako sa mata ko, siya rin nagpalapit, tinulungan ako nila Dodo. Financially, moral, lahat, moral support, everything. Doris and Mana, Ana Marie, and everything, sila yung nagsusupport sa amin. Ngayon itong bandang muli, na nagkasakit siya, sabi niya sa akin, kusal mo naman ako, sabi niya, parati siya nag-ailapin sa akin. Eto, ang mga text niya sa akin. So, one time, sabi niya na, nakita kami, napag-inipan daw niya ako. Sabi ko, anong pag-inip? Sabi niya, para daw, ako na daw yung magiging panganay. Sabi ko, Manang, no. Kaya mawala, kaya ano mama, ang panganay is panganay. Hindi ko yan ano. Sabi ko, no, sa kabako ko, ay therapy, para suot ko yung damit mo. Ikaw pa rin ako yung panganay. Huwag kang magkalala, sabi ko sa kanya. Tapos sabi niya, talaga, hindi ko daw i-declare. Oo naman, kahit ano mangyari, hindi ko i-declare na panganay ako. Kaya please lang, sasabihin niyo na, huwag niyo sasabihin sa akin na ako yung panganay. Huwag niyo i-address yun na tatandaan niyo yun. Kasi ayaw niya. Nagdaramdam siya sa ganun. Pangalawa, o ano man, basta don't mention yung panganay kasi ayaw niya yun. Ayaw ko siya masaktan. Ngayon sabi ko, alam mo Mana, kahit anong mangyari, sabi ko gano'n sa kanya, ikaw yung panganay, at mahal na mahal kita. Sabi niya, I love you more. Sabi niya sa akin. Ikaw daw yung, ako daw yung kapatid niya na. Hindi niya ako iwanan. Kaya sa iyo, hanggang sa muling pagkikita namin, I love you more, Mana. Hindi kita iwanan. Sabi niya parati ko daw siya pag-pray. Sabi ko, Mana, kita. Parati kita pinagdadasal. Papasalamat siya sa akin kasi kung mababasa niyo yung mga text niya sa akin, talagang tapos sa puso. Doon ko lang na-realize yung mga ano niya sa akin na hindi niya ako, kahit nagagalit siya, every time na magkita kami, napagalitan ako niya, okay lang yun, pero dito labas, dito, pasok dito, okay lang yun. Ngayon, sabi ko sa kanya, alam mo na, salamat sa lahat. Nung inakap ako nag-sorry, sorry ha, I love you, sabi niya doon. Ngayon lang siya parating nag-I love you. So, nagpapasalamat ako sa kanya, sa mga kapatid ko, Doris, Jerry family, Villa Michael. Thank you. You take care of my sister. Thank you very much. Sa mga kayo safe, staff, thank you din. Thank you lahat. Lahat po. Ito yung pagkakataon na magpapasalamat ko ako sa inyo. Thank you, Jerry. Salamat.
For loving me, for loving my daughter and my parents. Hindi nakalimutan ko paano mag-isipin ako. Pero hindi ko lahat pagmamahal ko kay Nicole kasi alam niya ba namin si Paul. So, mas parang Christine, si Nicole din sa family na group siya ng mga matandang Antonio. Siguro sabi ni Manang Christine, wala nang tatay si Nicole na magpapakilala sa kanya sa mga matandang Antonio. Kaya, siya na yung nag-add kay Nicole doon. So, nagbulat na lang si Nicole na natin siya. Kasama niya yata si Manong Junior. So, nakita ko na talagang concern siya kay Nicole. Tapos, nagkikwento si Nicole minsan sa akin nung lumabas sila ni Manang Christine. Habang nagdadrive si Manang Christine na pa-break yata siya ng malakas. Pero yung naramdaman ng report is yung inigatan siya ni Manang, ginawakan daw siyang gano'n para huwag siyang masaktan. Sabi niya, mahal na mahal ang tita ko. Tapos, gusto ko rin pasalamatan ate kasi hanggang last minute kung nandun kami ng mga last day, iniisip ko pa rin kung paano magkakain, nagpapapit siya ng pizza kay Degan para may makain yung mga tao. Sabi ko, talagang even in pain, Ate Christy is thinking of others. So, sobrang bait ni Ate Christy. Ate Christy, thank you for all the love.
First of all, ako yung first gusto ko pasalamat kay Tita kasi kami yung side niya. Kasi namatay naman yung tayo. So when my dad died, it was always over. We had some arguments. Alam niyo naman yun. She has always been so strict with me. But in the past few weeks before, she told me about why she was so strict with me. She loved me in a different way that she wants me to be the best version of myself. She wants me to be like her, to take care of my family. And I thank her for that kasi inalaw niya ako maging nalakas. When she called me and message siya na to pray for her before and after the procedure. Before kasi she was telling me na she doesn't like to undergo that procedure. She will always message me na to pray for me because mas malakas kang magdasal on your own way of praying. Thank you, Tita, for allowing me to see you, for allowing me to, nung namatay kasi si Papa, I was not able, bigla ako namatay ang mother. But Tita Cristina, she made sure that every one of us, malaman namin na she was so prepared. She allowed me to do my chronic healing. I told her na kung buhay si Papa, it was also the least that Papa can do. So, she allowed me to do it. Nakapag-usap kami, and she told me na I am on a better place right now, and she told me that she's ready. Thank you, Tita, for allowing the kids to visit you kasi at first, she doesn't like my kids to see her. She will always tell me, paglakas ko.
But then, nung mga sumunod na dumadalaw ako, she will tell me na nahihirapan na siya kasi nga mahina. And Tita Doris and we will tell her to be positive. I will send subliminal music for her to be positive even if she was sleeping. And then, I got a message from Tita Doris telling me na to bring the kids. So, thank you, Tita. Every time she will hear Gavin to sing, she will always say, Antonio yan, because he's good in singing. Tita, thank you for loving us. Thank you for, even during the pandemic, every 2 weeks, Kuya Larry will send us books. Every 2 weeks, hindi siya nagsasawa. Namatay is no, when Kuya died, Kuya Ian died, she will call me and she will tell me to be strong for the family. And thank you, Tita. I would say it was a life well lived. She was really a job well done. Thank you, Tita Doris. Thank you.
Finish our rights today. Noodle, would you like to give that to everyone? And then maybe move on tayo kay Tita Doris after. And then do it.
The Antonio family would like to extend our most sincere gratitude to everyone who has supported us and commiserated with us during our time of trial, grief, and prayer. To Father Gilbert Tulao for facilitating the Mass we have held in memory of our dear Cristina Antonio. To the friends of Cristina Antonio across every corner of God's kingdom, who have known her for many years and have joined us in saying our farewells. To the class of 71 of Araneta University Foundation, for the memories she has shared with you as a student and beyond, for even now, you have been a part of her life. To all her relatives, who, in their own unique and special way, have guided and supported our dear Cristina Antonio throughout her journey in this life. To the staff of BioSafe for being supportive of Cristina Antonio's hopes and dreams for this work. To Madam Doris Jen, Michael and Megan, who have taken care of our dear Cristina Antonio as they would a family member over many years and has shown her unparalleled love and support even unto her last days in this world. 谢谢你，非常感谢你。And to our Almighty Father, in whose arms we hope to dwell in for all eternity.
But I'd like to say thank you to the family of Ate Christine and Ate Maris. On behalf of the group of acupuncturists and practitioners of traditional and alternative healthcare in the Philippines, for all the people, especially those who cannot afford to pay expensive medicines and machines to have their health restored and assisted sa mga wellness missions that they attended and provided their services. We want to thank them. Very much, Doris. Thank you for being there. And on a personal note, I just want to say that listening to your stories, sobrang naiingit po ako sa family ninyo. Kasi hindi nyo naman ako kilala, pero umiiyak ako dahil kahit 1 hour or so ko lang nakita si Ate Doris last year in a wellness mission. Yung patients yun explaining to me what they were doing in their business to help people made a mark on me. And especially the stories of the brothers and sisters made me feel I also want to be the kind of sister that she is, the kind of auntie that she is, and the family member that she is. It's a challenge to me. Thank you for sharing her to me and for being a friend. Gusto kong magpa-ampun na kapatid ni Ate Christine. Pwede. And I hope our love can be extended to Ate Doris and Ate Christy even if she's in heaven. Thank you very much.
Up to now, when I start to realize it, nakita ko yung kung bakit niya ginawa. Kasi I might have the tendency na, kasi I found myself that in a way when I have a makeover, I am a pretty girl. But then she also pointed out in that thing na pinadala niya sa akin yung laman, na hindi dapat ako nag-focus ko doon. Dapat mag-focus ako in the term na kailangan ko mag-aral at lumante. So, from the time, hindi ko talaga consider na maging, yung maging pasaway. Still, kasi ang goal ng family is to have a degree. And I'm so thankful that that event happened na up to now, dinadala ko. Na kailangan pa na sa sarili mo, kailangan ikaw ay meron talagang total direction. Doon sa time na nag-work sa Manang Muslim, doon sa River Hills, halos lahat ng employees doon, kilala ko. Sa side ni Ate niya, yung best friend niya, kilala ko lahat yung buong pamilya ni Ate niya kasi I am the most visible person. Doon, nung na-transfer si Manang Christine sa Uran Bataan, every vacation I always
We may have to cut you a little bit or you can finish the, we can finish later. Kasi nandito na po yung upuhan o
sige, tama na. Anyway, Manang, kasi maraming salamat sa mga ginawa mo para sa amin.
Nancy, Amanda.
everyone clear out. Mauna na tapos. Okay, everyone clear out before mag-move yung body. Dapat lahat nasa labas na. Always come back.
O, picture tayo. Makita mo kay Mia. Sabi mo sa ito.
Hindi ka yung picture.
Joaquin. Joaquin. Get the bag. Back. Get the backpack in the jar.